A very good evening to our viewers. My name is Silindile, and I will be your host for tonight's eThekwini Matters podcast, which will focus on the Annual Report 2021-2022. The eThekwini Municipality's Annual Report 2021-2022 was recently tabled at the council meeting. The report highlights some key achievements as well as challenges experienced in the last financial year. Tonight, we are joined by the Acting Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Mavuso Tshabalala, who will unpack to our listeners tonight what is contained in the report in terms of what the city has achieved and where our plans of improvement are. As a resident, your views are highly important, and it is for this reason that the municipality is also calling on public comment on the annual report. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Tshabalala. Can you describe to us what is the performance of the city for the 2021-2022 financial year?
Evening to the viewers at home. The 2021-2022 financial year has been a very difficult one for the city. Everyone knows that we have had 3 disasters, one being the floods that occurred in April. The other one, we've had a civil unrest in July 2021. The other one being the COVID. But despite all of these challenges, the city managed to deliver our services. We managed to bring water to the communities. We managed to keep the lights on. We also managed to pay our creditors where they are due to be paid. So overall, I would say that the city did deliver despite these challenges. And all of this, we can credit to the leadership of the municipality as well as the management, and most importantly, the employees that did the actual work on the ground.
There's public consultation that is currently underway regarding the annual report. And the city is also calling on the public to make their comment on this report. So what is the purpose and what is the process? Can you kindly explain this to us in terms of how the comments then assist us as a city regarding the annual report in this regard?
In terms of the legislation, we cannot just agree on a report and then approve it as council. We need to take it to our stakeholders. In that respect, we are going to be taking it out to the leadership, traditional leadership, to the business, to the customers out there, to the communities, to the NGO and the FBOs. And then we are going to invite their inputs. Now, once those inputs are consolidated, it will go back to council. So if there are any questions or queries that the communities are raising, those will be included in the final reports to council. So the first draft that was approved by council, it was, as the name says, it was a draft. We still need those inputs from the communities, but then it will be finalized.
Mr. Tshabalala, can you tell us where can the public view the report and make their comments? And also please share with us the deadline for submissions for their comments.
The reports can be viewed on our website, www.durban.gov.za. There are copies also in our buildings, your libraries, your Tshabalala centers, and the city hall, most importantly. And the deadline for the submission is the 17th of March this financial year, this current calendar year, rather.
Okay. According to the 2021-2022 SDBIP, the performance of the city regarding the provision of basic services, and that would be your water and sanitation, your electricity and refuse removal, is sitting at 56.25%. So what exactly did the city implement under these departments, and what has prevented the city from achieving 100%?
Maybe a bit of a background, Slee. The SDBIP, the meaning is the Service Delivery Budget Improvement Plan. It's a plan that the municipality have. It says what we are going to deliver in the communities. These are measures that we use to see that we've achieved or not achieved. So, indeed, this financial year we achieved. There are various factors that were included in that report. For an example, there are water connections, which were 8,200 instead of 2,000 that was targeted. We also have sewer connections. We had new connections of about 11,500 instead of the 5,000 that we targeted. And also, much as we have a water challenge, but there were new water connections that were also included. So I would say that in terms of what we had planned, we had achieved. But because of these disasters that I have mentioned earlier, we were not able to achieve 100%. But I can safely say that we have done good because we are still here as we speak today.
And we do all know that the city is still rebuilding, having been impacted severely by the COVID-19 pandemic, the 2021 civil unrest, as well as the 2022 floods. Now, despite all these unfortunate events, the human settlements, engineering and transport cluster has actually made great strides. Can you please take us through these achievements?
The show goes on despite these challenges. We're still building houses. We're still providing water and sanitation. We're still providing electricity. Now, what we have done, we have gone to our partners in the private sector. We've gone to our partners in the NGO sector, and we have asked for partnerships so that where there are gaps, the municipality is able to partner with those, have MOUs in place for us to be able to deliver our services. But broadly speaking, as I said earlier, we still are in a position to deliver our services, and we still have got a chance, even this financial year, to up our game from where we left last financial year. So I'll say we are good. And lastly, I would encourage our customers that as much as we provide our services, for us to move on with delivering the services, they need to pay for those services, those that can afford. Those that cannot afford, there are measures in place that they can come to our offices and engage us, and then there will be plans put in place for them to pay them in small amounts. So I would say that for as long as there is payment and for as long as there is support from our communities, we'll continue to deliver as this municipality.
Mr. Tshabalala, the city has also received an unqualified audit opinion. Can you please explain to us what this means for us as a city? And please also take us through the city's financial performance.
We've performed fairly well. The unqualified audit means that as much as we've got a few areas that we need to correct, but we've done well. Now, this does not mean that monies have been lost or monies have been stolen or whatnot, but it means that as much as we've provided services, there are processes that we did not follow to the T in line with the legislation, and those we are currently correcting. Those are areas like your issues of overtime, the issues of maybe when there are emergencies, the number of service providers we need to appoint. So those were a few gaps that we identified. But broadly speaking, the AG agrees we have done pretty much very well with this audit opinion.
Mr. Mavuso, please share with us once again, where can the viewers out there submit their comments?
Those comments can be emailed to nomfundo.butelezi@durban.gov.za, or people can go to our building at Margaret Ngadi on the 6th floor and submit them in writing to Nomfundo as well. Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to our guest, the Acting Chief Operations Officer of the city, Mr. Mavuso Tshabalala. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is eThekwini Municipality. Good night.